National Police Commissioner Fannie Masemola is expected to respond to some of KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Madlanga Commission's allegations when he appears before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry in Pretoria this morning. They include alleged lack of communication on the disbandment of the KwaZulu-Natal Political Killings Task Team. Masemola will be the second witness after Mkhwanazi, who testified for 3 days starting last Wednesday, or on Wednesday last week. We now cross to SABC News anchor Yanda Nyati and SABC News reporter Kani Mapanga in Pretoria for more on what to expect today.
Yeah, well, Leanne, in just under an hour and a half's time, if last week is anything to go by, millions of people have their eyes fixed on Fannie Masemola when he takes to the hot seat. He, of course, is the second witness to take to the stand, I suppose is what we can call it, here at the Bridget Mabandla Justice College for day 4 of the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. Let's jump straight into what we're likely to expect today. Bringing our guest, Jeremy Michaels, is a spokesperson for the Commission. Thanks for your time and patience, Jeremy. We know that Fannie Masemola is the police chief in the country. He's in charge of operations of the SAPS, but I wonder if you can bring the public into your confidence about what informed the decision to have him come after Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi.
Well, needless to say, as the National Police Commissioner, General Masemola, as head of the SAPS and head of operations, is absolutely key to getting to the bottom of the allegations made on the 6th of July by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi having spent 3 days on the witness stand last week. And I should say that his witness statement is available publicly. We released that on Friday evening, shortly after he had completed his 3 days of testimony.
Is this with all the annexures, those WhatsApp screenshots?
So on the annexures, so firstly, the witness statement is available publicly, and it is on the Commission's website. The annexures are being redacted because obviously there is sensitive information contained in there, and also the Commission's legal team is ensuring that it is POPI compliant. But those annexures will be released, and those members of the public who are interested in the detail would then be able to read the witness statement with the annexures alongside it and understand all the detail for themselves.
Is there any telling how much time General Fannie Masemola will spend on the witness stand, given just how much might come from that, at least from his testimony, especially if last week is anything to go by?
Well, we anticipate at this stage that certainly through the course of today, Monday, and it may very well run into tomorrow, we'll see how it goes. And obviously, you know, General Masemola is being led by one of the evidence leaders. And so, yeah, we'll see how it unfolds. We can't really predict exactly how long it's going to take.
Fair enough, and we'll be watching it very closely. You and I have a whole day together, so we'll leave it there for now. Jeremy Michaels is a spokesperson for this particular inquiry, of course, as we count down what is really just minutes before Fannie Masemola takes to the hot seat. But of course, there'll be a lot of interest in finding out the context under which he will give his own testimony. And Kani Mapanga is our senior reporter who's been watching the different developments and helping us connect the dots. Kani, great anticipation ahead of day 4 of this inquiry.
Indeed. Thank you to Ayanda. Good morning to the viewers. Once again, we expect that the top cop, National Commissioner General Fannie Masemola, will make it to the stand at 9:30 a.m. this morning to close the gaps in the evidence given by KZN top cop, that is Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. If we take it back to his reaction to that July media briefing by Mkhwanazi, he did state that the provincial commissioners have the prerogative to brief the media. There'll be no persecution from his side. No SAPS member will be punished for doing their job. This is is a time not to divide, but to stand together and fight crime together. Of course, when he heard of the president's intervention in the form of a commission of inquiry, he of course welcomed that, saying that this was an unprecedented current state of affairs. So we expect for him to deal particularly with evidence relating to the political killings task team and of course Mkhwanazi's conduct in addressing some of the faults that he found in the process leading up to the disbandment. We'll also find out from the general whether he was part of the decision-making process when that political killings task team was disbanded. We know he has addressed in a media briefing before that he did not sign or author any letter pertaining to the political killings task team, but we'll hear from him for the first time under oath as to what the communication may have or not been between him and the now suspended police minister Senzo Mchunu regarding the political killings task team, whether he had any input to support that decision by the minister. We'll also find out what he knew or did not know about this organized crime syndicate, whether he had any suspicions of an organized crime syndicate infiltrating allegedly the South African police services. Then of course we'll hear about the communication between him and Mkhwanazi relating to this media briefing, whether Mkhwanazi got the permission to address the media regarding the political killings task team, and the extent to what he thought that briefing was going to be about. Because remember, the political killings task team does work relating to political violence in KZN, and how it was framed during the testimony was that it was going to be a status update. We'll hear from the General Masemola whether he thought that Mkhwanazi was going to go into such depth during that particular briefing. So it's details surrounding, or rather confined to, the political killings task team that we expect him to address. Remember, most of the witnesses during phase 1 of the Madlanga Commission are expected to close those gaps created by General Mkhwanazi in his testimony, or rather continue to join the dots before it is tested in phase 2 with other witnesses who may actually come in and contradict that version. So where there are still questions remaining for the General relating to his testimony, we expect that Masemola will come in and close those gaps for the Commission and assist them with information relating to the direct operations of the South African police services, and most importantly, what kind of role the police minister rather played, and whether there was an overreach when he took decisions regarding the PKTAT, and whether that was an operational move or rather he had a right to do so as head of policy and the ministerial head of policing in the country. We expect that testimony will begin at 9:30 a.m. this morning. Over to you in studio.